That is Lemonade, a stock that I bought shortly after its IPO that has kind of taken investors on a roller coaster ride, hasn't it? Didn't it jump up to like almost $200 a share at one point?
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, and it's kind of funny you say that, right? Because I was very reticent of Lemonade as a like a $10 billion business, um, but at 4 billion as a $4 billion business, and also 6 months of me learning a lot more about their platform and how they think about risk, it's really really interesting to me, right? It's really really interesting to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
go ahead.
oh no. So Lemonade, it ranked number three in our rankings. This
Yeah.
was my number four, your number two. Like I said, I've been a shareholder for a while. I love Lemonade's long-term potential. I think insurance is just an industry that's begging to be disrupted.
Yeah.
The insurance process is very clunky at best, especially some of the areas Lemonade is just starting to really get into. I am not a Lemonade customer.
I
The only
am.
thing, are you okay? So do tell. What do you use them for?
So it's interesting. I'll give, and this is actually, it's funny because this is part of like the discovery process for me that brought me to, kind of having the zeal of the newly converted here, with not sure about the business 6 months ago to now being such a big fan. Is so we're moving, right? So we sold our house, and there's about a month period where we're not homeowners, so we need to insure our stuff. So decided just to do a quick, renter's insurance policy. It was so easy. It was so easy, and it was quick, and it worked great. And there's more. Decided to, because they offer homeowners insurance now too in a number of markets. So decided to get them to quote a homeowners policy for our new house, and they declined me. They said no. They said no, and of course, first I was pissed. I'm like, come on, what are you doing? But the fact that they decline me means that they actually are considering risk, right? They're actually looking at underwriting, and they're thinking about underwriting, whether they're doing it or whether it's their reinsurance partners, right? That are helping guide it. That's been my biggest concern with this company, is how high quality is their underwriting going to be? And the fact that they're saying no to some customers that, other large insurers are quoting competitive rates to, was reassuring for me. Right. So I think that answered that question. But Matt, you were talking about the disruption, and I think it's easy for people to not really understand the way that Lemonade's disrupting the insurance company. And they talk about their AI, right? And their fast quotes and their fast claim payments and all of that stuff, which is good. But the thing that drives it is trying to realign the financial incentives amongst the different stakeholders, right? So taking a cut right off the top, right? And we'll see if that model is going to work, but that's what they're doing right now. I think they take 15%, maybe it's a little, I can't remember the exact number, but they take a percentage of premiums right off the top. And it's like, okay, this is our money. Everything that's left is insuring claims, and we're going to use it to buy reinsurance, right? So that's what they do with that extra money. So they've made their money right off the top. So when you file a claim, it's not like other insurers that have this massive float, that the incentive for them is to delay having to pay claims as long as possible so they can make some sort of a return, right? So that's a really positive thing right off the bat as an insuree, right? Knowing that if I file a claim, I'm less likely to have to dance the corporate insurance company dance, right?
Yeah, for sure, and that's a big part of it. It's 25% they take off the top,
25. Okay.
and 75% they generally purchase reinsurance with most of it.
Yep.
Really just limit their risk. If there's anything left over out of that 75, they donate it.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing, right? Because you pick their members pick a charity. So that's the other part of the financial incentive, right? So I'm less likely to lie about a claim because I'm stealing money from my charity that I love, right?
Yeah, we know Jason's a great guy and wouldn't lie about a claim anyway.
So honest. That
But
was a $4,000 laptop, I promise.
but having said that, I love a few things about their strategy here. One, Jason can probably tell you firsthand, renter's insurance is cheap. It's a very cheap form of insurance.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is how Lemonade built their clientele up to 1 million in 1/5 of the time it took State Farm to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but this is, and renters skew very young. So these are customers that could be in their ecosystem for 50 years.